Hi, welcome to Turner's Take on Sports with me, Turner Enderly, along with my dad, Dave Enderly. Today is our big Super Bowl episode, but before we get started, I have a couple things that I would like to add to that.
Yeah, I think this whole NFC AFC championship game, both games were fantastic, by the way, and I think your predictions became pretty accurate. But a lot of people are talking about just the controversial way the game ended with the pass interference no call and the helmet to helmet no call. And a lot of people are asking the question, and the question's been posed to you, and I want to take from our viewers is, do you think that the NFL should take a look at the pass interference rules and certain other penalties and make a change that they would allow that to be a reviewable call, or how do you see it?
Well, so I'll start with the Saints call, the calling the Saints-Rams game. Well, here's the thing. I personally don't think that call was it was a horrible call, and yes, it would have changed the game. But if they just run the ball on those 3 plays, or at least even first down, they could have thrown the ball on third down. That wouldn't have mattered.
Run clock and make them use timeouts. Yeah,
they wouldn't, because the Rams wouldn't have had a timeout, and there would have been 30 to 40 seconds less on the clock. So more than likely, they would not have tied the game. So even without the pass interference call, if they just run the ball, it's not important. But anyway, with that call, I think that the only penalty that should be reviewable is targeting, helmet-to-helmet targeting, pass interference, roughing the passer, and just basically those 3. But then you get an extra challenge because it's just like, because there could be a questionable call, and if they've already used their challenges, you have 3 timeouts, 3 challenges. I think that sounds pretty fair.
Not bad. Although some people would argue on the counter side of that is there was the earlier face mask call that was non-call against Jason Goff. So Jared Goff, where do you draw the line on terms of what penalty? So face mask would not be a penalty that you would allow for review?
If the refs are not blind, they could tell what a face mask is. If your head moves, it's a face mask.
It is a human game, and humans make mistakes. And unfortunately, to your point, though, I think the human mistake was Sean Payton probably throwing the ball on first down and not running clock. So the other controversy that some people are talking about, and everybody was at, it's such an exciting game with Patrick Mahomes facing off with Tom Brady, 2 high-profile, high-power offenses. The fact that overtime, coin flip, run right down the field, New England scores, and it's over. Kansas City never got to touch the ball. Would you like to see an overtime rule change?
Yes. So basically, I don't know if any of you people watch college football, but college football, their overtime is you get the ball. You get the ball at 25. Both teams get the ball, and if you score a touchdown, or if it's tied after 1 overtime, and if you score a touchdown after the second overtime, you have to go for 2. But you also can kick a field goal.
So what would you do in the NFL?
So in the NFL, I would do. Both teams get the ball from the 50-yard line, and then you have to drive down the field and score. But if you score a touchdown, you have to go for 2 from the start. And there's no coin flip. So both teams get the ball no matter what.
I like it. Would you play a regular quarter or 10-minute overtime period, just a normal, or is it just giving it the ball right off the bat?
There's no clock.
No clock. All right.
And you get like 2 timeouts, 2 challenges.
The typical. Okay. So switching gears now, everybody wants to know for the big game, besides what you're going to eat, and that's not really important, but it is the big game. You have the New England Patriots with Tom Brady's and Bill Belichick's experience facing off against the young, inexperienced Sean McVay and Jared Goff. How do you see the Super Bowl unfolding?
Well, I mean, you saw what the Patriots did to that. You could make a case the best pass rush in the NFL is the Kansas City Chiefs. And they didn't allow Brady to get even. Brady barely got hit. I don't think he might not have even got hit. I know he didn't get sacked. And the Rams somehow, even with Aaron Donald and all those Ndamukong Suh and Michael Brockers, they didn't have as good of numbers as the Kansas City Chiefs. So I would think that the Patriots would be able to run the ball just like they did against the Chiefs. But on the Rams side, if they can see what the Chiefs did, because the Chiefs they should have beat them. If Dee Ford didn't line up offside, they would have beat them. And if you do what they did on offense, which was run around do a lot of screen passes, which Todd Gurley is a great pass catching back if he's healthy. You don't know about that. And then run some screens and like wheel routes, but try to keep it out of the middle because the Patriots have some pretty good linebackers. But if you can challenge their cornerbacks, especially J.C. Jackson, you could have an advantage there.
So I'm kind of hearing you make a case for both teams.
Yes.
So what is it? Is it going to be? What's it going to come down to?
I think it's going to come down to the quarterback play, and I think we'll hear Jason. Now I'm saying what you did. Jared Goff. He doesn't really have a lot of playoff experience. I mean, he is this year, but he played one game last year and he lost, so he doesn't have a lot of experience. And I think the Rams defense. They had a good game against the Saints, but they didn't have a great defense this year. And I think Tom Brady will do exactly what he did to the Chiefs, which is if it's a close game at the end, he'll go down and score a touchdown. So I think the New England Patriots will be your Super Bowl champions, 31-28.
Oh, a little lower scoring. They actually had this as one of the highest scoring. Vegas has one of the highest scoring, so you're going a little bit under that. I think it'll be a great game. It's going to be fun to watch. Hopefully it's a close game. That's what all of us want to expect and hope for, is that it's an exciting game and not a blowout on one-sided. The commercials are good and the halftime show isn't too bad. So on behalf of Turner and myself, I want to thank you guys for watching another episode and look forward to the Super Bowl, and we'll be sure to join you again soon with another great Turner's Take topic. Until then, so long.